It is a claim the Trump administration has made over and over again.
Officers have been violently and aggressively assaulted.
It's clear that it's being coordinated.
A lot of these guys are unable to do their jobs without being harassed, without being doxxed, and sometimes without being assaulted.
But the Fox 9 investigators reviewed more than 100 cases where people were arrested for allegedly assaulting an immigration officer, and we found most of them don't hold up. In a majority of those cases, federal prosecutors either declined to bring charges or later dismissed those charges because of insufficient evidence, or they were unable to convince a grand jury that a crime was actually committed.
We have a number of demonstrably false claims where judges have found that Homeland Security agents were making misrepresentations about assaults. And so we know some of them have been already found to be untrue.
In Minnesota, we found more than a dozen cases where people have been charged with assaulting a federal agent over the last 2 months.
A protester literally bit off part of that agent's finger,
Including multiple cases with documented evidence of injuries to federal agents. But prosecutors also want to dismiss several cases, including this one. It stems from this clash in Minneapolis, where an ICE agent can be seen dragging a woman who they claimed vandalized their car.
She's pregnant! She's pregnant! You don't see her stomach?
A man accused of tackling an immigration officer to the ground was later arrested and charged. The man's attorney says the feds are now trying to drop the case because it, quote, lacks credible evidence, and wants to avoid the embarrassment of having the misconduct of federal agents further exposed. During the immigration surge in Chicago last fall, at least 92 people were arrested, accused of attacking or impeding federal agents. Then Border Patrol Commander Greg Bavino later testified agents faced so many attacks they were running out of less lethal ammunition to use against protesters.
There had been so many assaults on federal officers that our inventory was running low.
But when the Fox 9 investigators reviewed those 92 cases, we found 74 resulted in no charges, 13 were dismissed, and so far there have been 0 convictions. And a federal judge later wrote that the government, quote, swung and missed multiple times.
When somebody other than the agents has to look at evidence and decide whether an assault happened, in the vast majority of situations, they're deciding, no, there's no evidence of an assault.
For weeks, DHS has repeatedly claimed that attacks on ICE agents are up 1,300%. But when we asked the agency to provide evidence to back that up, they did not respond. For the Fox 9 investigators, I'm Nathan O'Neill.